we interrupt your regularly scheduled programming to bring you a special presentation of
Two Nerds, a podcast. Your home for everything movies, music, video games, and everything in between. With your hosts, Bunny the Bruiser, and Dynamite Jarrod Latching.
How's it going, everyone? Welcome back to another exhilarating episode of Two Nerds, a podcast. We are Two Nerds. This is a podcast. We are your humble hosts today. I am Buddy the Bruiser.
And I'm Dynamite Jarrod, and that's the bottom line because Stone Cold said so.
Happy 316. Oh, hell yeah! It was like,
Happy 316, buddy.
Yes. Happy 316 to you. You were just watching Austin versus Benoit.
On SmackDown, February 15th, 2001. A hard-hitting matchup between the Rattlesnake and the Crippler and the Murderer. the Psychopath. The Wife Stealer as well.
Yeah.
And Wife Killer.
Yes. Yes. I mean, this is true. So, I have not watched any Steve Austin matches today. I had just gotten home from work. Which one should I watch tonight, and which one should the viewers watch after they listen to this podcast?
Well, man, which one for you to watch? That's...
Give me an underrated one, because I've obviously seen all the big ones, you know?
An underrated Stone Cold match. So what are you telling me? Are you telling me that you've watched every pay-per-view Stone Cold match that there is?
Not every pay-per-view, but every, like, major pay-per-view. All the Manias, Survivor Series, SummerSlams, and whatnot. None of, like, the beach. I saw, like, In Your House, whatever, when he did Undertaker, but...
He did Undertaker?
It was
Exhilarating.
It was before the PG era.
Oh, man. Oh, that's tough because all of his best matches are on, like, all the big shows.
I'll probably just search his name on the network and find, like, a random one that, like, I haven't seen.
I think that, Stone Cold... I haven't watched this recently, so don't put it against me. But I guess I heard that Stone Cold versus The Rock at No Way Out. I think it's No Way Out. No Way Out or like Over the Edge or something like that. Or Stone Cold versus The Rock. So it's their rematch after WrestleMania 15.
Uh-huh.
And I hear that match is pretty damn good as well. An overlooked classic.
An overlooked classic.
because of all their WrestleMania matches. For the viewers, listeners, whatever, I will say, if you haven't already, you got to go back. You got to watch Stone Cold versus Bret Hart, WrestleMania 13, I Quit match. It's one of the best matches of all time. It's too goddamn good. And then if you have seen that, then refer to any of the Rock Austin WrestleMania matches that you have not seen. And if you haven't seen any of them, I guess go straight to Rock Austin at WrestleMania 17.
X7.
X7. Sorry. And then if you've seen all that, Stone Cold versus Triple H, 3 Stages of Hell, but Stone Cold loses that match, so I don't know if it's appropriate to watch on 316 Day. I like to watch stuff where he loses. He loses
in 13, dog.
He loses the Bret Hart match as well, but he comes out over. He comes out
on top in the long run.
He's a winner at the end of that match, even though he lost the actual match. He lost the match, but you can't say that he's a loser.
Like I said, he won the war, man. I mean, you know what I mean. Like,
he never beat Bret.
Totality of his career.
he beat the shit out of Bret like the next night on Raw, I think. Started smacking him around with a steel chair and everything.
Yeah.
So yeah, what is your favorite Stone Cold match of all time?
Probably X7. I mean that whole pay-per-view is probably the best show they've ever put on, and I know that's like the typical thing to say, but I mean, can't really argue with it.
You can. You can. I think that
What pay-per-view front to back?
was it 18? No, 19.
19 was pretty good.
Was it 19?
That's the one with Rock Austin
19.
3.
Rock Austin 3, Hogan versus McMahon, which was supposedly insane. In the main event, like Rock Austin didn't even headline. The main event was Brock Lesnar versus Kurt Angle, and like
that's where he almost died.
Match.
Yeah.
Yeah. And was I don't know, was there like a TLC and stuff as well?
Probably. I don't know. I can't remember the exact card, but yeah.
I think that their 19 match, Rock and Austin, is really underrated. Probably by Stone Cold himself, because he said the match isn't as good as he wanted it to be.
Yeah.
But honestly, I think that match is great.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Good.
Yeah.
I've probably watched it more times than I've watched their 17 match. Their X.
Oh, really?
Yeah. The one I've probably watched the most is oh great, my camera's off again. The one that I've probably watched the most is the damn 15 match.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh.
Because that's the one I remember the most as a kid. I grew up on. I watched it live when I was a wee lad.
A wee lad.
Yeah. We ordered the pay-per-view at my grandpa's house.
Yeah.
As would happen often on Sundays, we would go there and watch the WCW and WWF pay-per-views at the time. So it was a good time to be alive. It was a nice time.
Yeah.
Now I'm old and I have to pay for that shit myself.
Yeah. Well, luckily for you, Jarrod, and for those of you out there who are not subscribers to the WWE Network, if you go to wwenetwork.com/2nerds, you will get a 50% off your first month. It'll be $5.
Is that true?
No? Why the fuck would that be true?
I didn't know if they were just doing a special where their first month was half off.
No.
And so you were just saying if you type in 2 nerds, it would give us this, you know.
Give us the rub there.
Don't you get your first month free though if you type in 2 nerds?
Yeah, you get your first month free no matter what. Well, WrestleMania for free.
But especially if you type in 2 nerds 316.
Yeah.
That's our special promo code. Got to put it in today on 316, hence the 316.
Yes, today
and the
only.
Code. So today only, your first month of WWE Network free with the promo code 2nerds316. Go check it out. Go subscribe. Get yourself a free WrestleMania viewing this year.
Yes. I guess speaking of wrestling, haven't really talked about the last 2 pay-per-views or anything that's like been going on. So just, I guess, in general, just how you feeling about everything that's been going on? It sucks.
Listen, I just watched Chris Benoit chop the fucking bejesus out of Stone Cold Steve Austin, and then Stone Cold put him in an STF. So I mean, and Triple H came to ringside, and he was like trying to, cause a distraction and stuff. It was just way better than anything that happens today. So
who went over?
Today's not really hype on what's going on in wrestling right now. It sucks.
Who went over in that match, or was it a no finish?
Stone Cold won. Benoit was not at like his
peak.
His peak WWF run yet. And even if he was, I mean, it's fucking Stone Cold. So,
Right.
yeah, Triple H slid in the chair. He tried to distract the referee while Benoit tried to use the chair on Stone Cold. Stone Cold fought back, hit him with the stunner before he could get shot with the chair. 1, 2, 3. Game over, Benoit. Triple H threw a temper tantrum on the ring apron.
Yeah. Very exciting stuff. But yeah, I've also not been too keen on the state of the wrestling business as
The
of
Biz.
as
Not
of
too keen on the Biz right now.
yeah. I mean, all the Daniel Bryan stuff is good, but I don't know.
Why did they have to add Charlotte to the main event?
I don't know. It's been the plan all along.
I know, but like,
It's stupid.
it just seems so pointless right now.
Yeah. I mean, everyone wants a one-on-one. I mean, I don't know. They
I
can
don't
never.
know. The way some people talk, they want the triple threat. It's funny when it's like when I listen to people that try to act like smarks or whatever, but they actually start to eat up some of the shit that
Yeah.
WWE spoon feeds them. So
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm not really crazy about it. I'm not that excited about WrestleMania.
Yeah.
Going forward, what is the match at WrestleMania that has you the most excited that's booked right now?
That's booked right now.
By the way, I will say this. One good thing that happened in wrestling recently is Batista. Batista's been great recently.
He's been spitting all over the place.
Give me what I want!
So ridiculous. Well, out of the matches that are booked right now, there aren't that many. So I guess Rollins versus Lesnar, because I mean they haven't announced Daniel Bryan's opponent yet. I mean it's obvious it's probably going to be Kofi, but I mean it's not booked yet. But yeah, I mean I'm not really looking forward to Triple H versus Batista like as a match. Like I don't really want to see that. But
yeah, I agree with you. I think that the angles that they've been shooting are pretty good, but
I don't need to see the match.
yeah, I don't really want to see. I don't think that the match is going to. I don't think it's going to break the 5-star rating, if you know what I mean. So
I think that AJ versus Randy has potential. I mean, AJ's always going to be good, but I don't know what the fuck Randy's going to do. I already know what the finish is going to be, probably. If not the finish, close to it. It's going to be the fucking phenomenal forearm, and he gets caught in the air with the RKO. So that's either.
You think that's going to be the finish? You think Randy's going over?
That's either the 1, 2, 3, or that's like the fake out before AJ gets the win. But that's Randy's big moment. Like that's. Yeah.
Yeah, I think he hits it, but I think AJ kicks out. I can't imagine AJ not going over in that. I mean, I guess it doesn't really matter, but I think that AJ goes over.
I don't know, because the way I was just looking at it is AJ has won like the past 2 Manias in a row? I don't know.
Has he?
Yeah, he beat Shane McMahon and he beat Shinsuke.
Oh yeah.
So I don't know. I don't know if he'll pull the 3-peat. But I mean I could see it going either way. But either way that sequence is happening. So
yeah, sequence is for sure happening.
Yeah.
Anyways, buddy, what's going on? What's in the news? What's in the news this week?
Not much going on in the news that's relevant to our show. There's just a shooting in a mosque in New Zealand the other day, so that sucks. Like really fucking bad.
Yeah, I heard that PewDiePie is somehow attached.
I guess in the guy's like death like note, pun intended, I guess, because I've been watching Death Note. In his like death like manifesto or whatever that he like wrote, like the 7-page fucking document, it's him like praising Trump and like his fucking he's the ideal white guy in the world, making us the superior race again. And then like somewhere in this document it just says subscribe to PewDiePie.
Oh no.
Yeah, but PewDiePie completely like condemned him, but Trump was like, "Oh yeah, I don't know." Like Trump didn't even care, but PewDiePie's like, "No, fuck this." So
Trump's like, "Oh, he seems like a stand-up guy to me." So he was what? He was shooting Muslims, right?
Yeah, he like went into like the mosque, like their version of like the church,
Yeah.
and he like live streamed it on Facebook like while he did it.
Well, geez. Yeah, I saw that PewDiePie did not post a video yesterday out of respect to the victims and their families. Um, so I guess we don't really need to talk about that because it's just a shitty thing.
Yeah.
I saw like who was it? Some senator in Australia.
Oh yeah, that was fucked. I saw I saw that.
God, that was just a fucking joke. Um, yeah, the world that we live in is pretty fucked up, but it is 316. This is a happy day.
This is a happy day.
Swig a beer for the working man, and we got to keep on keeping on. So,
Keep on chugging.
what else is going on?
Nothing. As I said, like the past like 2 or 3 days, I've been watching Death Note. I think I have like 6 or 7 episodes left. So
So you're already to the point where it kind of sucks.
yeah, I mean it's going a little. It's as soon as it got to like the mid-teens and like the early 20s, it started sucking, and then it picked up again, and then now it's starting to get a little rough again. It's had its ups and downs, and it was definitely the best towards the beginning.
It's it definitely overstays its welcome. I'll say that.
Like at around episode 15 or 16, I was like, oh, they should be wrapping this up pretty soon. And then like I'm watching it on Netflix, and I didn't know how many episodes there were, and I like clicked on it. I was like 37. I was like, I thought this shit was like almost over. And then they started the whole like subplot with like the business or whatever, like the 8 guys underground.
Oh yeah, the fucking like the here like all the dudes that like worship him basically, or
Yeah, the ones that are like, spoiler alert, the ones that are like killing all the people in other businesses so their stock rises and shit.
yeah. Yeah, that's, I say I read the manga, so I didn't really watch the show. I just read the entire manga, and I'll say spoiler alert right here. When L dies is kind of like it's where it really fucking just kind of goes all downhill from there.
Yeah, he just died like 2 episodes ago, and then they did his whole like recap thing where it was like through his point of view.
Yeah.
And then now they just introduced like the new guy that's L or whatever, like the little like white-haired kid is like
Mellow or Near.
Yeah, Near.
Yeah. And Mellow is like the other one, the blonde one, I want to say. And he's like
blonde.
He's like a criminal.
Yeah. Well, it hasn't gotten that far yet, but
yeah, he's like kind of an asshole. But I'll say, so there's only 5 episodes left after they introduce them?
No, I think I'm like on episode like 29. So then there's like 7 left. There's like 37. So
wow, they're going to cover a lot of ground, because that was like, if I recall correctly, that was like halfway through the manga. So they had like a whole other half to do after that.
Huh.
But they might have just shoved it all into 7 episodes because it kind of sucks anyways.
They gotta get this shit over with as quick as possible.
Yeah, it fucking blows. But I've been reading, I don't know if I said this on the podcast before, but
you did. You're reading Berserk.
Yeah, it's fucking phenomenal. It's really fucking good. That's all I have to say about that. If you haven't read Berserk or watched it or anything, do something. Just fucking get into it. It's really good. It takes I'll say that the first volume is probably like the first couple volumes are like okay. They kind of just like whatever. Once it starts getting into the Golden Age arc, which is like the first major arc of the series, and this is kind of like a backstory for the main character. It's really goddamn good. So I'm super into it. because the world tournament's going on in Dokkan Battle, so I've been grinding that all day. And now I'm going to Cleveland after we hit stop on this podcast. So
what's going on in Cleveland?
I'm gonna hang out with Midnight Miles.
Oh boy.
Yeah, it's gonna be a time.
Yeah. Play some pool.
Oh yeah, I forgot he has that pool table. Probably will play some pool.
Yeah.
I might challenge him for the beer pong championship, actually.
Yeah. Interesting stuff. Any more anime manga updates you got?
I've been watching Hunter x Hunter, and it's okay.
Yeah.
It's okay.
I tried watching before I started Death Note, because that's why I started Death Note, because I was like, oh, I want a new one to watch, because I started JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, and I couldn't get into it.
Brother, you got to get past the first season.
Oh, really?
Yeah, me and Miria are watching JoJo's slowly but surely. But the first season's fucking dog shit. First season of JoJo's is dog shit. Second season's really good, and we're on the third season right now, and I enjoy it. It's kind of like a Monster of the Week thing in the third season, but it's still fun. I think it's good. I mean, you might not like it even after that, but I'll tell you this right now, is that the first season's dog shit. Yeah. But it's necessary. You got to get through it.
Yeah.
You never finished Rurouni Kenshin.
Well, here's the deal with Kenshin. I plan on rewatching it from the beginning because I think it's just bad timing when I started watching it, because I started watching it like right when I was moving. So I could only watch like here and there because I was like driving back and forth all the time and like trying to find jobs and shit. So now that I'm like settled in with my life a little bit, I think I need to give it another chance, because I only got through like the first like 15 or 16 episodes or something.
Yeah, you got to get through. That's another one that you got to get through the first season, even though some of it's good, some of it's not so good. The second season, that's where it's at. That's the one that's like the big arc.
The music still pops in my head every now and then.
The music in that show is
I find myself thinking about it, like I'll walk downstairs and see my cat across the room, and I just hear him here like da 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 da.
The entire OST to that show is phenomenal. I used to just sit there and listen to like the background music to that show. I'm all about the OST to Rurouni Kenshin. That's up there with the Falconer score in Dragon Ball Z. Is all-time classic.
Yeah.
Dragon Ball Super has a pretty good score.
Yeah, it does.
I know that, like, in the Tournament of Power, especially, there's a lot of, like, cool stuff. Like, the Ultra Instinct theme, that's, like, a meme now.
Yeah.
It's really good.
Yeah. The music in Dragon Ball Super is a little repetitive at the beginning, like, during the Beerus stuff, but then after that, it starts getting better. And, okay, so, everyone is obviously aware of these Shaggy memes, but there was a video...
Those are still a thing?
Yeah, those are still kind of a thing. But there was a video that Game Theory did where they calculated like the Ultra Instinct Shaggy's like exact strength from like the episode of Scooby-Doo where it came from, where like the whole meme started, where he's in like this bar fight and he's like dodging punches and all this shit. Would you like to guess Shaggy's actual equivalent power level in the Dragon Ball universe? Like, what character is he equivalent to, if you had to guess?
Is he equivalent to?
Yeah, they matched his power level closest to which character?
Are we talking? I'm sorry, zoned out. Are we talking meme Shaggy's power level or actual Shaggy's power level?
Shaggy in the bar fight scene where the meme was derived, where Shaggy's going Ultra Instinct in this bar with these bikers.
I'm going to say Farmer with Shotgun.
No, it's above that. Give him a little credit.
Okay, Mercenary Tao.
That wasn't the one. I don't know if Tao's power level would be above or below this. I'm assuming it would be below this.
Also, he's stronger than Tao Pai Pai?
I don't know. It's hard to say because they didn't really say who this person is equivalent to. So maybe not. It's like a gray area. I will tell you this: they're not primarily a fighter.
Well, Tao is a fighter, so you would assume that he's stronger.
You could assume, but this person has some good genes, and I just gave it away. She did a little bit of fighting, but
Launch?
not too much. No,
Bulma?
no, getting there.
Chi-Chi.
Yeah.
Oh, Chi-Chi's stronger than Tao Pai Pai.
Yeah.
Without a doubt, she's stronger. In Z, when she like fucking goes Kaioken, I think it's in the Garlic Jr. saga.
Well, that's filler.
Okay, well listen, she's beating the fucking piss out of Goten when he's a kid.
Yeah.
She basically turns him Super Saiyan.
Yeah.
Yeah, so yeah, you need to get back into Rurouni Kenshin so that you can watch Samurai X Trust and Betrayal.
Yeah. I remember I was like partway through where they're in like the Obi-Wan group's like fortress or something. They're like trying
That's good stuff right there though.
Yeah, I know. No, it was good. It was just I wasn't like committed to like binging to it at the time. So like I'm gonna get back into it.
I'll say like the first. All right, so like I have a soft spot in my heart for the first episode. I have a soft spot for like first episodes in a lot of shonen anime where it like introduces the main character and he just makes absolute fucking. It's just like a squash match. You know what I mean? It just makes an absolute joke out of the opponent in it. So I got a soft spot for episodes like that. And Rurouni Kenshin, first episode, is like that. Actually, like the first like 4 episodes are like squash matches for him.
Yeah.
He just keeps knocking people out. The Sanosuke fight is good. And then the Jine Udo is like the best 2 episodes of the first season.
I know when I was watching that, I was like, "Oh, this guy's our main villain." I was like, "This guy's cool," and then it was done quicker than
it was done really quick. But he is definitely the best thing, and he's referenced later on in the show. But he's the best thing about the first season. Then there's the Oniwaban group, which is great, and then after that, I think we dip into some fillers that, you know, whatever. They're
just gotta power through it.
You get through them. I like them, but I can see why people don't. Then there's like a 2-episode thing where Sanosuke like teams up with like one of his old friends again. He has to fight Kenshin again. That's decent. And then I think it's all filler until. Oh no, there's a couple more things. There's one where like Yutaro, he's like this little kid, and he has this sword master that's he's rich, and so this sword master is kind of using him to he's like basically saying he's training him in the sword, but he's using his money to like amass like an army of swordsmen. And so, you know, Kenshin don't fuck with that.
Yeah, you don't play that game.
So like that's in the manga, and that's okay. That's pretty good. But I'd say basically after the Oniwaban group, the strongest stuff comes back in the second season. That's when it really gets good again.
Yeah.
This is like me fucking like being really critical of my favorite anime of all time.
Well, that's how you are. I mean, like, that's how people are. Like, they're critical of the stuff that they like, you know? Like, they're not just gonna fucking suck its dick. Like, they can, like, I don't know. They can give it criticism.
Well, there's anime.
There's some people.
There's anime out there that is probably more consistent than Rurouni Kenshin, but I don't like it as much for whatever reason. Yeah. I don't know. I'd say that Dragon Ball is probably more consistent than the Rurouni Kenshin anime.
Yeah, I mean, you could, at least from what I've seen of Kenshin so far, you could argue that. But yeah.
Yeah, so you should get back into that, and then I'm telling you, buddy, you got to read Berserk.
Yeah.
You just read all of Dragon Ball manga.
This is true.
Get back on the manga train. Read some Berserk.
I gotta hit the books, man.
It's fucking good, man. I'm telling you what. It's really good, and it's not your like today's like kind of cookie cutter anime bullshit. It's some like
I saw your tweet about it.
it's some 90s like fucked up, really adult stuff. Like there's lots of sex, gore, fucking rape, incest, all kinds of bullshit going on in this. It's fucked up. It's good though. It's a good story.
Hey, you can say the same thing about Old Boy. I mean,
it's dark. Okay, it's dark. The Old Boy manga sucks. All right, Old Boy manga is fucking trash.
I just meant the subject matter in general.
The Old Boy movie is fucking insanely good. The manga, trash. It's trash. I read the whole fucking thing. It's bad. Don't read the Old Boy manga. Read Berserk, watch Kenshin, and then when you're done with Kenshin, read the Kenshin manga because the Kenshin manga is good too.
Yeah.
And it's more consistent than the anime is.
Yeah. Yeah. When I was reading Dragon Ball, I didn't realize how much of it actually was filler, and how like in Dragon Ball specifically, not really Z. Like there was stuff in the anime that I was like, this is for sure filler. Like there's no fucking way this is in the manga, and it was all in the manga. Like just like stupid like 1 or 2 episode arcs that I was like, all right, there's no way that this Toriyama wrote this. It's actually there.
Oh yeah. That's because Dragon Ball is.
It was a different thing.
It's goofy.
Yeah.
In Z, there's a lot of filler, but Z has a lot of good filler.
Yeah, it does.
And like a lot of world building filler, but also just a lot of filler that's stupid and silly. That's just great, anyways.
Yeah. Pikkon is referenced in the manga. They don't say his name, but they just mention like this legendary fighter or whatever. But like they don't like show him. But like I think
Toriyama designed Pikkon, and he, I think, helped write that whole Otherworld tournament like saga. Like he designed Pikkon and like oversaw the writing of the Otherworld tournament. So I think that you could almost consider Pikkon canon.
Yeah. He is referenced, they just don't show him. Like it's referenced that he exists. It's just that he's not in it. Because
talk about a one-hit wonder.
Yeah.
Fucking Pikkon. He did some work against Goku and Alibu, and then
that's about it. Well, I mean, he was in Fusion Reborn, but like as far as the anime goes,
he got fucking fisted by Janemba.
Yeah.
Like Janemba, it wasn't even a fight. He just like appeared behind him, did the double punch into his temples. He was like, "Yeah, goodbye." Pikkon was like, "Ugh."
Yeah. Interesting stuff. Any other news stories? Oh, I guess I have one more that I just remembered. So James Gunn has been reinstated as director of Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3.
Yeah, I heard that DC was going to hire him, and Marvel was like, "Oh,
nope."
Yeah, you can have him back.
They scooped him back. They scooped him back up.
Oh, James, we got to get you. We got to get you to Guardians 3. What are you doing?
Yeah.
I mean, that's the way it is. I mean, wasn't there like a ton of actors involved with the project that said like Batista they weren't going to do it if he wasn't there, right?
Yeah, Batista was like, I'm not doing it. I think Chris Pratt said he wasn't going to do it, and those are like, I mean, those are the main characters, so.
Yeah.
As far as I know, it could have been the whole cast. I mean, I'm not really sure, but I know for sure those two, because Batista talked about it openly, so.
Yeah, you gotta have him in there if your stars are demanding it, because you can't do it without them. Yeah. I mean, you can, but it'll be shit. So. Yeah, that's good. It's always nice to when a director has so much respect from the actors and the cast and the crew. So John Carpenter's another one, right? That Jamie Lee Curtis didn't want to be involved with Halloween until she found out that John Carpenter was involved in the project. He wasn't directing it, but he's involved.
Yeah.
She likes to be around when he's involved.
Yeah. That's a good call, as she should be. But yeah, that's all the news stories that I have at the moment. Did you have anything that's happened in the past couple weeks that's worth talking about that pops in your head?
I do not. Yeah, I really don't. R. Kelly meme.
Oh yeah, R. Kelly went apeshit. And the Michael Jackson and R. Kelly controversies have been in the forefront of the news the past couple weeks. So,
What do you think about the Michael Jackson thing?
I don't want to believe it, but I mean, it is what it is. I mean, he probably did it. So, I mean, I haven't seen the documentary, but I mean, all signs are pointing towards he did it. So, and it sucks, but I mean,
you think all signs are? I mean, the guy went to court twice and was found not guilty both times.
yeah, but I don't know, but like when people are like under abuse like that, it takes time to like come to terms with that shit. Like either way, if these guys are lying, they should probably go to jail for lying under oath, which they won't. But I don't know.
Also, my boy, the only one whose opinion matters on anything ever, Corey Feldman.
Corey Feldman, he condemned him.
He condemned Michael Jackson?
Yeah, he came back and said, "Oh, I can't defend this anymore."
Damn it, Corey! Why'd you do it? Corey
I saw that he was on Michael's defense like 2 weeks ago, like on a Monday, and I think by Friday he took it all back
because of a documentary.
Yeah.
I mean, listen. I mean, we're never gonna know.
We're never gonna, unless there's definitive proof. I mean,
where would be definitive proof?
That's what I'm saying. Like, we're not gonna get it. It's their word against his.
Is there photographs of Michael Jackson fucking these boys?
I doubt it.
I doubt it as well. So, I mean, you're gonna wait until some guy fucking dies after he had already been proven innocent twice. You're going to wait until he dies, and then we're going to make a documentary talking about how all this shit happened.
Yeah.
And everybody just believes it. I haven't seen the documentary, so, I mean, I don't know. I do know that the perception usually is if it's in a documentary, it's true.
Right.
That's the way a lot of people perceive things these days. I think that it doesn't take anything to just gather some people around that knew Michael Jackson and like, hey, we're going to make a movie, and you're just going to say that Michael Jackson fucked you in the ass.
Yeah. Right. And the documentary itself's been coming under a lot of fire because it's just their side of the story, and it's not like Michael's side of the story, I guess. I haven't seen the documentary.
Well, how can it have Michael's side of the story? He's dead.
No, like his family and stuff. Like just anyone to like speak on his behalf. There's like none of that in it, apparently. I haven't seen it, but their defense is the movie isn't about Michael Jackson. The movie is about these two boys and sexual abuse. And it just happens to be Michael Jackson. So they say the movie isn't really about him. It's about the two guys.
Here's my thing. If Michael Jackson did this, it sucks. But we've already crossed this fucking track like twice before, proven innocent. And now we're coming after a dead man. So, whatever. If he did it, it sucks. But here's the thing. Thriller is still a fucking bop. Okay? Thriller is still a fucking bop. And if you think for 1 second that Michael Jackson's jams are no longer fucking jams anymore because he fucked little boys, you're fucking wrong, buddy. I'm sorry. I still got ears. And when fucking Human Nature comes on, I'm still fucking moving my hips. It's human nature, bro. Like, this is just like, it's how it is, okay?
Yeah. I mean, you know me, I always had Michael Jackson playing whenever you got in my car, so.
Michael Jackson still slaps no matter what he did. And I know that somebody else said, I've also been seeing articles of like, kind of proving Michael Jackson's innocence. in this, but I haven't read them. I've just seen the headlines, so I don't know anything about them. I'm not that interested. Anyways, the man's a legend. He's dead. And his music still slaps. I'm never going to stop listening to Michael Jackson. I don't care if he murdered my sister. The dude wrote some fucking great-ass tracks. Sorry, buddy. Sorry, Julia. These songs still rip. And Michael Jackson may be a piece of shit, but his songs are certainly not that. So I know that people have been bringing up David Bowie again.
Yeah.
By the way, because he had sex with a minor once. According to that girl, by the way. There's been no other accounts of this. It's just this one girl who was a groupie back then for numerous bands. So she would go around just fucking these bands.
Yeah.
When she was 15. Okay? She's going around sleeping with all these rock stars.
Right.
And by her account, the first person she slept with was David Bowie. Now, that's the only account of that. I've never found any interviews of David Bowie admitting to this or any other things of it happening. It's only ever been said by her. And here's the thing, man. As far as I know, no, as far as she says, and it's the only side of the story that we have is hers, is that the sex was consensual. So, I mean, at least in that case, it wasn't David Bowie going around forcing himself on little girls. From her story, it was kind of like she was a groupie, came to the party. David Bowie was probably fucking high out of his mind. And they had sex. You know what I mean? The dude still wrote fucking Ziggy Stardust.
Yeah.
I mean, give me a fucking break. You're going to sit here and act like fucking the Spiders from Mars don't fucking rip no more because fucking David Bowie had sex with a 15-year-old girl?
Yeah.
In the 70s? When everybody was fucking everybody? Let's get this out of the way, man. It was the fucking 70s. Okay? You're going to sit here and tell me that all of your favorite bands weren't fucking 15-year-old girls in the 70s? I'm not saying it's okay. I'm saying that at the time that this happened, this shit was happening all the fucking time.
Yeah. Well,
you think that groupies, which by the way, this stuff started getting popular in the 60s and 70s, these groupies, you think these groupies were all women in their 20s and 30s?
No.
No, they were all in fucking high school, man.
Yeah.
Donna tries to fuck Ted Nugent, right? In the one episode of that 70s show, right?
Yeah. Right.
She's still in high school.
Yep. In Scooby-Doo WrestleMania Mystery, Daphne's trying to fuck John Cena, so...
WrestleMania.
So, regardless on how people feel about Michael Jackson, there's stations pulling his music and whatnot, so everyone is entitled to their own opinion. I guess they believe what they want.
Pulling his music?
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. Fucking 1025 just lost half their music library there.
Yeah. So we'll never know the truth, so people can believe what they want to believe. But I think we can all agree R. Kelly fucking did that shit.
But you know what, though? R. Kelly still slaps, too. God, I'm such a piece of shit. I don't have to agree with what R. Kelly did, but I mean, listen. You're going to tell me that Ignition Remix still isn't the cut? Give me a fucking break, man. Give me a fucking break.
So any other controversial
I don't have to be
topic?
friends with these people, and trust me, I'm not friends with any of them. 2 of them are dead, and one of them's just an asshole. But a good song is a good song, man. I don't care what fucking name is on it. If Florida Georgia Line puts out a good song tomorrow, I'll be the first to admit, damn, this is a good song about the dance.
For the Georgia Line.
Let me tell you, the chances of that are slim to none, brother. But if it happened, it happened. R. Kelly's a piece of shit. Ignition Remix still rips. Let's get on with it.
Any other controversial topics, or I have one thing before we close out here.
What's that?
We're gonna do we haven't done polls in a while, and while this isn't a poll, we're going to give a definitive ranking of a question that has been burning on the internet for years. People have been arguing about this. People have been threatened over this. We're going to give our definitive ranking right here on Two Nerds Podcast. After these messages.
You doing commercial this late in the show?
Yeah, sponsors. After these messages, right now.
Are you tired of plain old breakfast? Cereal's not sugary enough? Are you tired of burnt pancakes and waffles? Then you need Slapjacks! The slap against your face and cause a chemical reaction to heat up! No cooking required, just slap and eat. Don't believe us? Here's a satisfied customer!
Slapjacks are the best breakfast food ever made. Slapjacks, slap those smiles back.
You heard it here, kids. Slapjack saves lives. Order at www.slapjacks.com.
Okay, we're back. So, Jarrod, you've obviously had some snacks in your day.
That's right.
Not mentioning anything about your weight or anything, but we've been around the block. We've all had some snacks, maybe some school lunches have these in them. And I'm sure you've seen at the grocery store the giant, variety pack of bags of chips.
Okay.
So, people on the internet have been giving their rankings of the chips in these packs.
Okay.
And they've been asking us for our opinion on this. We need to put the nail in the coffin.
Yes.
On which order these chips fall on the scale.
I agree.
So, I will read you our options here. I have the image right now.
Okay.
So, we've got the classic, the original, the Lay's.
Okay, I'm putting that at the bottom.
The original Lay's chip. Do you want to hear all the options first? Or do you just want to...
I'm just going straight out and putting that on the bottom. I might have to shift my order, but I don't like Lay's original.
Okay, so next, we've got the powerful, the intense, the rich flavor of nacho cheese Doritos.
Okay, that's a good one. That's sure to be up at the top, near the top.
Next, we've got the number one culprit of dirty fingers. Would you like to venture a guess what we're talking about here?
Flamin' Hot Cheetos.
Not Flamin' Hot, just the regular Cheetos.
Get that garbage out of my face.
Is that at the bottom, or is that above Lay's?
It's not at the bottom, but it's right above Lay's. And let me tell you right now, that shit ain't flaming hot. It's just throw it in the trash.
So we've got the crisp taste of one of your favorite things to get at Taco Bell, only minus the burrito portion of it. It's just the
Fritos.
The key ingredient, the original Fritos.
Those are pretty good.
Pretty good. I do agree with it. So where are they on your ranking?
Ugh, it's tough.
You can't put them above nacho cheese Doritos.
I might actually put them above nacho cheese. I don't know yet. Let's continue.
So we've got the bold flavor. It's actually kind of a sweet flavor as well. We've got the Lay's barbecue chips.
Those are pretty alright. They're alright. By the way, I'm gonna go out. I'm just gonna go out and say that I'm seeing that most of these are Frito-Lay brand.
This is a Frito-Lay box.
Yeah,
yes.
Frito-Lay sucks. I just want to say that if we're debating chips here, there's so many different better brands of chips.
What's your go-to?
Man, so I'm a salt and vinegar chip kind of guy. So, some of that kettle cooked shit is good. Like Cape Cod has some good salt and vinegar chips. Snyder of Berlin. Oh my God. They have such good salt and vinegar chips, brother. Let me tell you right now. Whew. Go on with the list.
So we've got one left. We got one left in this variety pack. The sweet and tangy and surprisingly mild flavor of the Cool Ranch Dorito.
Okay.
So those are our options.
Okay. I'll tell you how I'm going to do this right here. Just so I don't have people coming after me with pitchforks. I'm going to go ahead and put nacho cheese number 1. Original Fritos number 2. Barbecue Lay's 3. Cool Ranch Doritos number 4. And then we're going with the original Cheeto and then the original Lay's chip dead last.
I almost completely agree with you.
I feel strongly about this.
If this was my list, I'd probably put the Fritos below the barbecue. But other than that,
you're a Frito hater.
I'm not. No, they're still relatively high up on the list. They're above Cooler Ranch. They're above.
That is a solid corn chip, my friend.
Yeah,
I'll just tell you that right now. That's good. Nice salty. That's good.
So my list would be the nacho cheese Dorito, barbecue Lay's, then Fritos, Cool Ranch Doritos, Cheetos, and then Lay's. And yours is the same, only with the Fritos and the barbecue flip.
Yeah, that's because you're a Frito hater.
Yep.
Anyways, let us know your list in the comments below. Go ahead and come after me, social justice warriors, for still listening to terrible people's music. And smash like on this video and do all that stuff. Buddy, what do you got to say?
Do all that stuff. If you guys have not already, please make sure that you subscribe to my channel as well as Dynamite Jarrod's channel. If you haven't posted a video,
we got a Vegeta summoning video coming up here in a couple days.
Yeah, because you've been leaving us hanging because you gave us like that 2-parter a couple weeks ago, but there hasn't been much since.
Yeah, Transforming Vegeta comes out tomorrow night, and I'll probably record a video and have it all done and stuff by then, by Monday or Tuesday.
Very, very cool. Well, that is about all. Make sure you subscribe to all of our channels. As I said, follow us down below on Twitter. Tell us on Twitter what your favorite Stone Cold Steve Austin match is and where you would rank these chips in order from best to last.
Yeah!
That is it for this week. I'm Buddy the Bruiser, and we'll catch your ass down the road.
All right. I'm not signing off because your ending there was good enough. So, all right, I got to get going. These people.